Hello and welcome, friends. My name is Frenzy here, and we're back playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, where we're going to look at another way that you can improve your game with tips and tutorials. Today, we talk about getting in the zone. Not the zone of killing lots of people, but getting in the actual zone, that beautiful white circle. So I wanted to start off here by showing you some tips, some tricks, some ways that you can get into zone. Because honestly, in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, one of the hardest things to do is running to the zone. It leaves you open, it leaves you exposed. People that are already in the zone have a huge advantage over you. So I want to talk very quickly about some of the ways you can minimize risk, take advantage of your situation, and get in the zone, get safe, and stay alive a little longer. Starting off here, this is one of the biggest things I could say is if you can put something at your back where you more than likely know that there's no one going to be coming up behind you, that takes off at least one avenue of approach where people can come up and kill you, right? You only have to worry about 3 sections as opposed to 4. And so if you can come up with a beach on your back, a coast on your back, if you can ride a boat into the zone and then you have that backside fairly clear, that's one amazing tip in how you can stay alive and have to minimize your risk a little bit. One of the other major problems that you deal with when you're heading into a zone is you're moving, you're on the run. It's harder to spot people. It's harder to tell where sounds are coming from. So one of the things you can do if you're playing in a squad or even just a duo is you can sector off who is looking for which direction. As you can see, we're just out of the zone here with my squad, and we're each kind of keeping an eye on a particular place. One person can look forward, one person can look to the right, to the left, behind. And this makes it a little bit easier, so you're just focusing on one piece of real estate. And so if you see somebody move just a little bit in the distance, it's a little bit easier because you're not constantly spinning around you all the time. Now, if you're playing solo, obviously this is a little bit different, but this is why playing in a duo or playing in a squad makes it particularly helpful and easier when moving into the zone. Upon entering the zone, or just about before you arrive into the zone, you can use a little tactic I call stop, look, listen, right? Take a minute, look around, see if you see anybody running around, because these other people are probably trying to get into the zone too. Now, whether or not you decide to shoot them is up to you, but you may see a lot of people coming in around you, and you may be able to avoid them or take care of them if you need to. So stop, look, and of course, listen. You may hear footsteps. Footsteps in this game are pretty overpowered. You can hear people running around you constantly and consistently. So it's important to stop for a second. Look at your surroundings. Listen to see if you hear anything. All right, so you've stopped, you've looked, you've listened, and now the zone's shrinking. You've got to get there. What do? Simply put, find cover. Map your waypoint, if you will. Map your route into the zone through cover, based on cover. And some cover is obvious. You may see things like trees or rocks or even buildings can act as good cover. Again, cover helps you when you come under fire. If you start taking rounds, cover is eventually going to be what either keeps you alive or lets you re-engage or maybe lets you make a safe retreat and lets you fight on again. And so cover is key, and sometimes hills can be great cover. Ravines, dips in the terrain, which isolates areas where people can fire on you and shoot at you from. So cover is key. One thing you can do when you're running along hillsides into the zone, skirt the middle. If you start taking fire from above, you can easily engage from below, as opposed to being maybe caught out in the open down below. Or if you start taking fire from the city below or from another area down below, you can run up top to try to get cover. And so this is some of the ways that you can hopefully get safe into the zone. I am Ferency. Subscribe, like if you'd like to see more. And as always, I'll see you next time. Knocked him out.